Lisa. Today is the perfect day to do a Christmas page because, look, it's snowing. This does not happen to us too often here in the foothills of North Carolina, and it's supposed to quit snowing in another hour or so, so I don't think it's going to amount to much. But it's a great day to start this Christmas page. We didn't have a big Christmas celebration this year. We never really have a big Christmas celebration, but I do usually decorate. This year I did not decorate at all. I put up a couple of ornaments that were gifted to me, and that's it. What happened is 2 weeks before Christmas, my husband had shoulder replacement surgery. This had been scheduled since August, so we were happy to get that taken care of, and he's doing really well. He's out of the sling and all this. But I took this photograph at the hospital, and he looked at it this morning. He said, "Why do I have that awful expression and all those wrinkles in my forehead?" And I said, "Well, I wasn't really, making your picture that you thought that I was going to do anything with it. What I was using it for was I took a bunch of pictures so I would know how the sling was positioned and how everything went together, just in case I had problems when I got home. And that little bag is the nerve block medicine that they put in there. That's wonderful stuff that helps you get over the surgery without having to take so much pain medicine. And also, I was meant to do something here. I'm going to cover this up. And I've covered this up on your screen so you didn't see it. It's my mom. She would not want me to show her photograph because she didn't have on any makeup. And it was Christmas morning, and she was opening the quilt that I made for her. And this has been on my Instagram, and there are a lot better pictures of it there, more detail. There's a lot of detail quilting to this. And she really loved her gift. And that's what I was showing in that photo. What I want to do with these 4 photos, which are all different sizes, is put them across this page. I think I'm going to stagger them to not to show, so that they won't show that they're all different sizes. The paper that I have selected is out of my one envelope of Christmas stuff. This is all the paper that I keep. I have some stamp sets, but this is it when it comes to Christmas stuff. And I have been working this stuff down the last couple of years and making cards, so I didn't even have that much 12 by 12 paper left here. I had this with the wreaths and stuff on it, but that's a nice small print that can be used for cards later. I had some things with some green backgrounds, but it didn't really quite go with my photos and all. So I ended up with this one page that says peace, hope, and joy, and that's what we were looking for, was a nice peaceful Christmas. We had hope that all the surgery would work out really well, and the joy of being together. So what I want to do with this page is I want to play up the wreath part of joy. I'm going to put some additional decoration here where the holly is and the little holly berries. I think I could do something with that. Probably put my journaling along in here. And behind these photos, I'd like to connect them with some strips of paper or some washi tape or ribbon. So let's see what I have in my little collection here that would make good paper that would sort of go with this. I thought I saw one a while ago. I pulled this out a minute ago, and I didn't think that really worked. I've got this red. Now, this is not a Christmas paper, but it's gotten stuck in my Christmas drawer. I remember which collection this came from, and that was not Christmas paper, but I could use that. I like this paper that has the glittery stuff on it. I think that's neat. See if there's anything else in here that I think is good. Oh, this is a better one probably than that one. So we'll just grab a few of these papers, and we're going to use those as strips behind. And then I'm also going to pull out some washies. I think that may be it. I'll just say I have really been through this stuff. Oh, here's some cool stuff. Let's see. We'll have to see what's in there. And if I have anything else in embellishments that are in the drawer. I could do the little coffee thing because I got a Keurig thing for my husband. We were going to give it to my mom and bring the big coffee maker back to our house, and he decided he liked the Keurig thing, so we have it. So that kind of goes with the story. My voice sounds awful. I have a cold. Probably tell that. I'm starting here with some of these embellishments. I'm not sure there's anything in this pack I can use, but I wanted to take a look at it. most of those, like the ornament ones, I didn't decorate, so that didn't really quite go with what I was doing this year. But I do have several washi tapes, like the red stars. Like to get maybe some green or brown. I have that gold one there, and then I have kind of a brownish one, and some really neat ribbons that I've had in my stash for a long time, and I'm trying to use ribbons on cards and work these down a bit. I haven't bought any ribbon in a long time. There are some basic things that I could use, especially red ribbon for Christmas. There's one red ribbon, but there's a lot of stuff I just don't have that I could use for cards, but I really want to work down some of my stash. And this checked ribbon has some red and greens in it, and I think it works really well with what I'm doing. So I took one of the papers, the chevron paper, and I cut out with the chevron design. This has a little bit of glitter to it, so it really shows up nicely. We'll get a few basics in here and then see what we want to add. I've also got a couple of papers there I'm going to use to cut my holly out with, and some enamel dots for the berries. This one paper looks like a Christmas sweater or a winter sweater. That's the design for it, and it has some red on it. I've got a strip of that I'm going to add. Not all of these strips need to go all the way across. They can be different lengths. Just kind of getting an idea of how they're going to look behind the photos. One of the washi tapes had to go. It was the gold chevron, and I love that washi tape, but it has gotten to where it's just stuck together and it won't come off the roll. And I mentioned this in another video. So my washi tapes, my thickers, things that have adhesive on them, they don't hold up forever, and so you have to use them. And I've had to throw away 2 or 3 rolls now of washi tape that I hated to get rid of, but there it is. I'm trying to get that undone, and it just... Oh, no, wait a minute. That's the brown one. The brown one I got going. The gold one I had already thrown away at this point. but some things just aren't lasting, so I need to be using this stuff. So I'll have some all the way across, some more on the left side of the page, and some more on the right side of the page. And I can glue those on with Tombow adhesive. The ribbon that goes all the way across, I can just tape each end on the back. And of course the washi is really easy to work with. I don't think the washi is going to be any issue long term in my scrapbooks. It's just if you try to peel it that it gets to a point where it's stuck together and it just won't do anything. Alright, I have some of my ivy cut. Or holly cut. I just did that on the silhouette, and I've cut them, and I'm using a bone folder to score them in the middle, and I'm going to add a little bit of green ink on the edges, just some regular distress ink around the edges of these to make them a little more authentic looking. I have a couple of different shades of green there. I typed my journaling on a piece of 6x6 paper that was sort of a beigey distress kind of look, and that sort of goes with the background paper. I'd like to have something up at the top, so I'm doing a couple of circle punches here with some papers out of that Christmas envelope, and the same thing with these brads. These were some really, really old Christmas brads that I had, and I'm going to put the 3 of those across on the page. Use that little bit of Christmas decoration up and create the triangle of embellishments. Alright, I have everything pretty much on there. I've gone ahead and put the journaling on. I typed that on the typewriter and just cut that on. I had thought about putting some washi tape behind that circle at the top, but I forgot, and I glued it down, and it's glued good, so I'm not going to worry about the washi. And I will have my scallop circle hanging off the edge and just trim it. I did have one little piece of ribbon I considered adding there, but no. I think sometimes a simpler is better. So I think that finishes up our page. It's a really simple page. Just a few strips of paper and other embellishments behind the staggered photos. And then I use these three elements that are the same to kind of connect, very, very similar, to kind of connect the page together, kind of played off of this design here around joy. And that's really it. I added a little bit more embellishment. I just, picked out a few items that were in my Christmas stash to do a page that, it's obviously holiday, but it's not overly holiday because we didn't really do a big holiday. We just had some things going on around that time. Oh, I forgot. There's one more thing that I need to do. I need to put the year on this. And I thought I would put the year down here, and I already had some thickers laid out to do this. I believe I'm going to use this one. And I'm just going to put 2019 down here underneath joy. So, let's find our letters. I'll need to glue this on better with some of the Tombow adhesive, because these thickers, unlike some of my thickers that are sticking too well to their backing paper, these do not stick that well to anything. So once they come off the backing paper, they will go everywhere unless they get some extra adhesive. So I'm just going to go around the holly there with the 2019, and that really will communicate then what year this is. And this kind of thing is very handy, I think, in a scrapbook album. I find my scrapbook albums sort of like almanacs. I could go back and look in case for some reason I don't remember what year it was this particular surgery occurred, these particular activities occurred, then I have a reference point in my scrapbook. And so it can be really handy for that as well. So I'll glue those on and the page will be done. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it.